it went. And people got offended. But I want them to see how offended they are at what I'm saying, but won't be offended at what he did. Everything I put in my rhyme, everything is based on his words, his conduct, and I'm going to continue doing what I do because I am what I am, and I will do it if I'm the only one doing it. I don't care what the senators say. If everybody in this room, whom I respect, would say, Ernie, for us, stop. I say, I'm not doing it for you. When everything is over, when I'm at the end of the trail, and everybody has left me, I have one friend, and I'll always have that one friend down inside of me. And that's the one that I'm doing it for. The one that I will do everything. I'm not talking about Jesus or spirits or anything like that. I'm talking about the thing that makes me me. The Y-A-M. The yam. Which is what I am. So even though this may not be what you expected to hear, understand that you are not going to be able to tell in advance everything that's going to happen in this world. Here's how you can make it through the world. I don't care how rough the path is that you have to travel. Take it one day at a time, one task at a time, 1 minute at a time. Anybody can stand something for an instant. I cannot right now live in the next second because that's the future. I cannot live in the past because that's gone. So if I can't live in that time which has not yet come, if I cannot go back to the time that is past, I actually exist only this instant. Your life, let me not put it on you. Maybe I'm different from everybody in every respect. My life is a series of instances. And in the same way that pearls are strung together on a string or a chain and will make a necklace, the necklace of my life consists of instances strung together. That's why I will not burn out, I will not tire out, I will not be intimidated into doing what I don't believe, I will not be intimidated out of doing what I do believe, and you will never see me asking anybody for anything except maybe, what time is it? But I don't have my hand stuck out. If I stick it out, it might be like this for one of the rare handshakes that I'll get. Or it'll be palm down, back up when I'm giving something to somebody that they need, and then I don't broadcast it. There are things in the Bible that I like, just as there are things in Greek, Roman mythology that I like, Hebrew mythology that I like. So why should I be surprised that I find things I like in Christian mythology? Why do I call it mythology? Because none of you all were there. We don't know what really happened. Take the very important incident when Jesus was coming to the end of the trail. And he went to a garden called Gethsemane. And he was shaking it, not in his boots, in his sandals. And he went in this garden. And it was going to be a discussion between him and his Father. Nobody there but him and his Father. Yet we read an account. And his sweat was like blood dripping down. There was that much tension, that much pressure. I don't know if he felt fear. It didn't say that, but his words might indicate something akin to it was there. If it be possible, let this cup pass from me. I feel the weight of it. I raise the dead. I heal the sick. I cast devils out of people. Cannot I do more on this earth to help people by staying alive? Shazam. Boom. Not what you want, but what I want. And what I tell you to do. He said, I know, do it. So he'd ask his disciples to come sit with him like you do when you need help and you want backup. That's what teaches me there's no such thing as backup for people like me. What were his disciples doing? They knew this agony was on him. They didn't know exactly what it was, but they never saw him like that before. Get it? So Jesus came, he went to Peter. Peter meant rock. He said, Rocky, wake up, Rocky. So Rocky come and y'all remember where he was. He said, yes, Lord. Jesus said, I ask you guys to come with me. You know that I don't play games. You know it has to be something serious for me to ask you all to watch with me. So I have to go back into this meat grinder, and will you all watch this time? And Peter looked around, they all, like they always do when you're looking at them. So he went in there and agonized and knew what his orders were, and he came back out. Guess what to his wondering eyes and ears should appear, and here, sleep again. He said, you could not watch with me 1 hour. Well, now that's supposed to have been the Son of the God, the one who worked miracles. And if those he chose could not watch with him, and he even said, I chose you and one of you as a devil, why should I expect people to support me or back me or I'll be able to trust them? Wouldn't that be arrogant? Worse than arrogant, it would be stupid on my part. You better count on number one. And I've learned that lesson. That's why you don't see me running around here begging people. It's not that I want to insult anybody. I'm trying to make clear what I am so that you will not bring things to me that you take to other people who are in politics and are called politicians, then be offended when I don't want it. I don't ask for money, and I never will. Now here's what I'm getting to. Nobody was in that garden with Jesus. There was only one time the Bible reports him writing. So who wrote what Jesus said? Nobody heard it. But they put 2 and 2 together and came up with what they hoped people would think of as being 4. So there's what is known in literature as poetic license, which means that artists, novelists, playwrights, poets are allowed to depart from what is literally true in order to make a point, so you create dialogue. Shakespeare didn't hear Henry VIII. He did not hear Caesar or Brutus or any of the other people who were in his plays. But a lot of the dialogue that he created will be quoted by people as though it is a historical fact and was written by somebody who heard it. And that's what I had to teach my colleagues in the legislature, that I'm going to create discussions and dialogue. I will put words in Kentner's mouth. I will put words in the mouth of this woman that he dealt with, and whether you like it or not, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Remember this, brothers and sisters. Oh, just in case, so I'm all-inclusive, friends, enemies, and neutrals. You don't have to account to me for anything. You don't have to explain anything to me or anybody. I've told you that I know I cannot change people's minds. And on the floor of the legislature, I tell these white people, you all want to talk about things that pertain to black people, and you have no concept of it whatsoever. You don't know enough to argue with me about these issues. And I know too much to argue with you. But on this floor, since the gadget is used now and what we say goes all over the world, literally, on this, what do you call, web or internet, whatever it is, I'm talking to people not in this chamber. Not that it will change their mind, but they'll know that I'm not as foolish as the rest of you are, based on the little snippets they read in the newspaper or the little word or two here and there they put on television. That if this is the violent ward of the insane asylum, I am the keeper. I am not one of the inmates, and I never will be. And I will say what I think is true all the time. Have I been up here a half hour? Somebody's supposed to be the time. Is that it? Don't ever talk more than a half an hour unless you're an angel or your audience is. I'm not an angel looking out there at people I know.